Hello students, this is the second part of our fifth poem and it is 2.5 Father Returning Home, which is written by Dilip Chitre. In the first part we have learnt about the small introduction of the poet and a little bit information which is given about this poem. Now in this part we are going to learn the actual poem from its first line. So open your books, page number 116. Now listen carefully. My father travels on a late evening train. So here we are getting information that the poet's father always come home with a later train, with a last train to home. Why? Because he was working late at his working place. Standing among silent commuters. Commuters, it means meaning of that word is given here. Those who travel regularly from one place to another, typical to work. So any person who is traveling from his home to another place by bus, by train for work. His home is at another place and his workplace is at the other place, and for that person need to travel by bus, by train. Those persons are called commuters. In the yellow light, so he was always standing in the crowd in that yellow light. Yellow light, it means a very dim light, and that time he was also looking very dim, very strengthless. There was not any kind of strength in him. Suburbs. Suburb, it means in the last part I have told you meaning of this word. Suburb, it means the outlying part of a city. If any city is there and outside of that city there are some layout, and middle class people purchase those layout and built their home there, and slowly that area filled with little small houses. So that outside area of the city is called suburb area of the city. Suburb slide past his unseeing eyes. So when he was in that train, that time the images of that suburban area passed from his eyes, but he is not watching that. Why? Because that is regular for him. Always daily he watched those scenes, therefore he became tired for those scenes, those images, and therefore he is not watching any scene from the window. His shirt and pant are soggy. Soggy, it means, look at the board. Soggy, it means completely wet. Completely wet. And his black raincoat stained. Stained, it means marked with sweat or dust or mud, etc. on cloth. Stained with mud. So what is the meaning of mud? Now it is stained by mud. So what is the meaning of mud? Look at here. Mud, it means soft, wet soil. His black raincoat stained with mud and his bag stuffed with book. Stuffed, it means filled, fully filled. Stuffed with books is falling apart. Falling, it means dropping down. Apart, it means alone or aside. So here we are getting information. His shirt and pant are soggy. His shirt and pant are completely wet. His black raincoat stained with mud. And there was the rain, therefore he wore a raincoat, and that raincoat was completely stained with mud. So what is mud? Mud, it is soft, wet soil. Soil which we can see on the road when we walk. So that soil comes, or that soil jumps on our cloth. So that is called mud. So his raincoat was completely stained with mud, and his bag stuffed with books. And in his bag there were books. It means he was very intelligent person. He was working very hard by his mental work, and he's falling apart. And after all of these kind of activities, he is standing there in a corner, and in that corner, because he was very weak, he was tired, he didn't have any kind of strength, so he fall down quickly on a seat and sat there for a moment as a lonely person. His eyes dimmed by age. So now he has become old. From his young age till to the old age, he is working there as a regular commuter. And now he become old, therefore his eyesight also become very dim. He cannot see clearly. Fade homeward. Fade, it means lose strength. Homeward. Homeward, it means towards home. Through the humid monsoon night. Humid, it means moist or damp. So here we are getting information that he was fed. It means he lost all his strength for the whole day's work, and therefore with a little bit of strength he is going towards his home. And that time the season is very humid. It means there is a moist in the atmosphere in that night. Now I can see him getting off the train like a word dropped from a long sentence. So here this sentence is very meaningful. Now the poet is watching him coming out from that train, and it is look like from a long sentence a single word is dropping down, and that word is not meaningless for that sentence. That sentence is complete itself, and that single sentence is dropping down. He hurried across the length of the grey platform. Grey platform, it means the meaning of that word is given here. It is grey due to cement. Here grey suggests old age, dullness, sordidness of a father's life. So here we get information. Grey, it means grey platform, it means this show the old age of the father who is traveling by bus or train. And after dropping out from that train, he crossed the railway line and enters the lane. Lane, it means a narrow path. A narrow path. A narrow path. He chappals are sticky. Sticky it means tending to stick with mud, but he hurried onward. So that time he when come out from the railway, that time he crossed the railway line and enters a narrow path, a narrow road, and that time his chappals were very sticky by mud. It means in his chappal there was soft or wet soil stick into his chappal, and with that sticky mud in his chappal he walked very hurriedly, very quickly towards his home. So students, this part ends here. Today we are going to stop here. Have a good day to all of you. Thank you very much.